everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I'm a library assistant, and today we're doing the library tag. So I haven't been tagged in this video, but I saw it floating around and I thought it would be really fun to do because we do librarianship and books here, and tag videos are just fun. They're just all about fun. We're talking about books, we're talking about our book habits, reading habits. So I just thought it'd be really fun to do, and then anyone else can do it if they want. So this is originally from BookBud, so I'll tag them, the video, everything, all the questions and everything are going to be down below. But yeah, I have the questions written down because I'll most likely forget what they are, but let's get into it. So the first question is, how often do you go to the library? And honestly, if we're gonna exclude the fact that I work at a library, it's not that often. How often do I check Libby? Every day. Every day I'm on Libby, always checking for books, my holds that are coming in, any books that I'm interested in, any new releases. I'm always checking out Libby. The physical library, I will also check if if Libby doesn't have it. I'll check to see if they have the physical copy. I'll check the online catalog, but I don't go in as often as I probably should. So I will say that. Do you belong to more than one library system? Unfortunately, I don't. If we're going to talk public library systems, I don't. I only am part of my library system. So the province that I live in is quite small. So once you have a library card for one library, you basically have a card that can be used at any library in the province, any of the public libraries. So I do have that. I still have my library card for my hometown, but pretty sure it expired. So I guess I'm probably not part of that anymore. And I am technically, I guess, if you want to say it, I'm part of the library system for the school that I work for. So I have used the interlibrary loan system there, and I have taken out books from my place of work as well. So technically two then, I guess, if we're going to talk about where I work and also the public library. The next one is, what percentage of books you read comes from the library? So this is hard because honestly, most of the books that I'm currently reading or have been reading lately have been from the library, because I've kind of been in a little bit of a book buying ban. I know I've had to like book outlet hauls, but I have been doing a little bit of like a book buying ban, just kind of limiting how many books I'm buying, because if I don't, like, I could buy any books, but I have to pay my bills, I have to feed my cats, I like other things. So I am kind of in that, not to like not buy books, but just to limit what I'm buying. So what I've been doing is borrowing books from the library and then buying the books that I really like. And I've really liked the system because I've read so many books lately that I'd seen them in the bookstore and I was like, oh my god, I want to buy that, that sounds amazing, blah blah blah. And I read them and I'm like, this is shit. I would have regretted buying this. Why would I have paid for that? So I have been, like, basically almost 100% of the books I've been reading lately have been library books. So yeah, that will most likely come to an end soon because all of my holds have been coming in, and I do want to also read my physical TBR because I'm trying to get that down. So yeah, it's a lot right now. I enjoy it. What can I say? So the next question is, do you listen to audiobooks or get ebooks from your library, or are you on Audible, Amazon, or something else? So yes, I get all of my audiobooks, all of my ebooks are from Libby, which is a library system, an online library system for audiobooks and ebooks. So my library uses that system. So that's what I use to get all of those. And I also read on my Kobo. That's how I read all of my ebooks. And not on my Kobo because it's too old, but on the newer ones, it has an app that connects directly to Libby. So if you're a Canadian or if you use a Kobo, the library app, the Libby app is right there, so you can, any ebooks and audiobooks can download straight to your Kobo. I don't have that app, but I do download all of my Libby ebooks onto my Kobo so that I can still read them, and all of my audiobooks I just listen to either on my computer at work or, you know, through my phone on the drive home to and from work. So I do that. I don't really like supporting Amazon if I don't have to. I really, really, really try to limit any kind of purchases that happen there just because there are so many other things, other people, other organizations that I would rather support personally. So I do try my best to avoid it when I can. So Audible, Amazon for ebooks, audiobooks, physical books. I try very hard to stay away from that personally. Did you go to story time at the library as a kid? I don't think so. I have no memories of story time as a kid. I know they happened at my public library as a child, but I never attended them. Yeah, that's the answer to that. Have you ever borrowed a movie or video game from a library? And yes, I have. I don't think I've ever borrowed a video game, but I have borrowed movies. I distinctly remember borrowing like VHSs when I was a kid. The one thing was that our public library and our local Blockbuster were in the same plaza, so for a time. And so frequently, whenever we did the library, we would just walk over to Blockbuster because they were within walking distance of my parents' house. So unfortunately, like, yes, our library had movies, but Blockbuster was also right there. So we would do that. But I do remember borrowing movies from the library. Have you ever gotten fined for returning a book late or not losing it? No, not from the public library. Yes, from my school library when I was in high school. I remember it was like a 10-cent fine, and I just remember being so upset because I had returned it and it wasn't late. So it was like one of those things where at the beginning of every semester, they'll like come to your classroom and be like, you haven't returned your book, or you did it late. And so I had to like go down. I was like shamed in front of my French class, and I had to go down and be like, I've returned this book. Why? I will say, my high school library was shit. My librarian was not a great person. The library was not run very well at all. So I don't know if that was part of it. Fines for public libraries. They support the public libraries. I will say there's a lot of discussion about it just because of typically libraries obviously service lower income communities because they offer free goods, free services to those people. And so that can kind of be problematic sometimes because often you have people who can't afford or wouldn't normally be able to afford buying books, movies, video games en masse. And if, you know, they're late, they have to pay some kind of fine. Typically it's pretty cheap. It's not like the fines are expensive, and they're more deterrence than anything. But I will say that is something that gets discussed frequently within the library community, is the morality, I guess, of fining books, people that are late returning their books, because just of who the patrons typically tend to be. But yeah. Do you attend special events, groups, or book sales at your library? Yes, I do. actually yesterday there was a plant sale at my local library. We didn't go because we were on our way to do something else, but I do love the events at my public library. I've done a canning class there. That's actually how I got really into canning last year, was doing this event. And yeah, literally all of last summer into the fall, we were canning like nonstop because of this class that we took. And yeah, like I'm very fortunate that my public library offers different classes, different events. They've got yoga, knitting club, journaling club. They do have book clubs, book sales. Yeah, so I do try to go because they're fun. And I like to get out and meet new people, try to meet new people and socialize. And yeah. Have you ever given or taken a book from a free little book library, book box, or a swap? Yes and no, I guess. I actually just found a free little library near us that I had no idea existed because it's not on the free little library app. So I'm probably going to peruse that one a little bit more. If there are any books that I'm like unhauling that I want to take, I'll probably take them there. I am in like a book swap group on Facebook for my area, so I do participate in that. And when I was younger, when I was still living at home, actually, any books that I was trying to like get rid of, my dad's work would have literally just like a box on someone's desk or wherever it was, where people would bring in all of their books, and then people could like take what they want, or you could, give and take whatever. And so I would give him boxes of books to take there when I was just kind of going through my shelves. So he would take my books to donate to this box, and he would also actually pick me up a few books as well, just to see if he thought that I liked something. I know my high school also participated in having a book sale, and it was all like used books and stuff. I can't remember why. I'm pretty sure this is either grade 11 or grade 12, but yeah, I remember the book sale, and I did buy some books there. So I do try to participate in those kinds of events because it's all recycling. We're all reusing, we're all reducing, we're all recycling. And just because I maybe don't want a book on my shelves anymore doesn't mean someone else doesn't want it or might benefit from it. So, does your librarian know you by name? No. Like I said, like I'm not in there super frequently, as often as I should be. And yeah, they probably know me by name because I do put holds on books, and typically they come from other libraries within the province. So, I mean, obviously, like when I go to take out my books that I have on hold, they'll have to see who it's for, and they'll see my name. So I don't know if they do know who I am, but they don't necessarily name me when I go in. I don't know any of their names, but yeah, my library is too small to do like the self-checkout for books, which can be fine, but yeah, we're small enough that I have to interact with my librarians. I just don't go frequently enough. But maybe one day, if I start going more and doing more things, hopefully we'll create a bond. And the last thing is tag some friends. And I'm just gonna take everyone, whoever wants to make this video, if you enjoy it, if you enjoy the questions, if you want to participate, if you want to answer some of these questions and you have something to say, I tag you. Everyone is free to do it because I think they're just fun. And it's a great way to meet new people when you're like tagging others, or if you're linking up other videos. And I hope that this gets more people interested in the library, gets more people thinking about their libraries and what they provide for the community, what they could provide for the community. There's also a set of questions for if you don't go to the library. So I will have everything down below so that you can check them out and see, maybe you can answer them in your head or answer them in the comment section if you would like to do that, but you don't necessarily do videos. So yeah, you like this video, remember to like, comment, subscribe. It's great. I've been seeing so many new people, lots of great comments about people wanting to become a librarian or join the library community, talking about their favorite memories with libraries. And it's just great to see. I love seeing it. I love talking about it with you guys. So yeah, let me know. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!